Hello friends, it has been a minute, or a month, or 2 months. I don't know, it's been a while. I don't know how this vlog is going to go. I don't even know if I plan on completing it, if it's gonna get, I don't know. But I figured I would give this a try because I am going on vacation, like a real actual vacation, but one that doesn't cost me a shit ton of money because I don't have that currently. I'm traveling to Alabama tomorrow, and I live in Pennsylvania if you didn't know, so it is going to be about a 14-hour trip. I'm actually going with my cousins. They just bought a lake house down there, so we're gonna spend a week with them. My cousin actually drove down there like last week, and I'm gonna go down with her husband tomorrow. But I just figured I had to start this off with a bang because today is the day before I'm leaving, and today is the day that my pipes decided to back up. And anytime I was actually doing my laundry, and as the washer was draining, it was backing up into my basement. The pipes were just overflowing into my basement. There's a huge puddle. It's a good thing kind of good thing I have a dirt floor because it just soaked into the ground then, but yeah. So that happened, and because I live in a duplex, there is one sewer line, which is stupid. I don't know whoever thought that was a good idea. So anytime they flush anything, it backs up on my side because I have the main pipe in my side of the house. So it backs up into my side too. So I had to call and be like, listen, you can't use the water for a little while until I figure out what to do. Because of course I am the homeowner and that is my responsibility now. Yay, owning a house and being a landlord at the same time. Didn't ask for it, but you know, it is what it is for the time being. So I tried calling a plumber. The people I called are not available until Monday, which is obviously not okay. So I ended up calling another plumber, and they're gonna be able to come tomorrow morning at between 8 a.m. and 10. Now this normally would be fine, but I'm supposed to be at my cousin's house by 10. He wants to leave at like 11-ish. Don't ask me why, he's driving, so that's fine. So I'm hoping that they come closer to the 8 o'clock range so that I can get this situation fixed before I leave. On top of that, before this whole thing happened, my furnace, I went to kick on my furnace a couple weeks ago and discovered that it doesn't turn on. And the motor kind of like hums, but nothing happens. I thought it was the igniter, and then my friend popped open the door and realized that it might be an electrical problem, which is just great, fantastic. We're getting into the end of October, it is almost November, and it's gonna be into the 40s overnight, so yay for that. That's just gonna be, it's only a good thing that this vacation shouldn't really cost me a ton of money, because what money I have is going to be now gone from fixing my plumbing and fixing my heater. So there is that. My whole day just got completely fucked up because I had the plan. I was going to clean and do laundry. Luckily, I did get my clothing laundry load done before it backed up. So I was able to pack the rest of my clothes. That just scared I just saw my reflection in the mirror and just scared the crap out of me. I thought there was someone standing there. It's just me. So I was trying to do like my bedding and stuff, and that's when it started backing up. I did get my comforter done at least. That was in the dryer now, so I'll be able to have something to sleep with tonight. But other than that, it's been a day. And then after I got the plumber called and the appointment made, I went to see Black Adam. We got early tickets because of course I wasn't gonna be here when it comes out tomorrow, so we went. And I have to say, I'm so excited because I know the end credit scene leaked already, and I didn't see it, but I knew what happened, and I was so excited. I literally just went because I wanted to see the end credit scene. The movie was pretty good too, but let me tell you how much I screamed like a little girl and was like beating on my friend next to me like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. I'm just so excited. I won't tell you what it is because spoilers, even though by this time this goes out, if it does go out, that would have already been revealed, and it wouldn't really be a spoiler at this point, but I won't anyway. I just wanted to update. I've been having like a reading slump lately. I haven't been really into filming. I haven't really felt like editing. I just have been kind of lazy about everything. I haven't been reading. I'm gonna put you guys up here. My arm's getting tired. And I look eerie because I have no lighting in my house. That's c'est la vie. I haven't been reading really. I just recently finished the audiobook of Beautiful Broken Pieces, I believe, by Catherine Cowles. It was the first book of the Sutter Lake series. I found out my Hoopla has that entire series on audio, and they have all of her other second series. Can't remember the name of the series, but they have that on ebook. So I kind of in that, still in the small town phase right now. It is October. I usually wanted to read spooky books, thrillers, stuff in October, but every freaking year, it gets to that point of the year and then all of a sudden I don't feel like reading it. I'm just not into that. So, but anyway, I'm currently in the very beginning of several books. One of them is Raphael by Tilly Cole. I was reading this for the Twisted and Taboo readathon, and I never even got to it. It never, but I started reading it. And then I also started reading The Ravenous Dead by Darcy Coates. Again, I'm in like the first couple chapters. I am still reading Surrender to Me by Nina West, aka K.A. Tucker from the Wolf Hotel series. Still reading that. I'm still reading something else too, and I'm just like, what is wrong with me? It's downstairs. But I started reading a book called, it's a local book by a local author. It's called Etna, A Murder at a Time. Now this is like a true nonfiction book about a murder that happened in my area from like the I think it was 1880s. 1880, I think it happened on Halloween night. A 17-year-old girl was raped. They're not 100% sure about that, but they assume that's what happened, and murdered not far from here. And no one ever was convicted of the murder. And this was a cold case for, 100+ years until a few years ago when a local assistant DA and a detective reopened the case and supposedly just like found out who the murderer was. I'm still like maybe a fourth of the way through it. It's actually really interesting. So I'm also reading that. And then yesterday I got a Facebook ad actually for a book called Immaculate Deception by Nicole Fox. This is a mafia book. I think he's Bratva, I think. And the synopsis intrigued me. It was free on Kindle Unlimited, so I downloaded that and I read about 30% in one sitting yesterday because it was a really quick read and it was really exciting and it was like something right up my alley. It's about a veterinarian and the leader of, I think he's Bratva. I'm gonna say he's Bratva. Leader of the one of the Bratva syndicates. He comes stumbling and they have a one-night stand. He comes stumbling into her vet clinic one night injured, and they have a one-night stand, and then she gets pregnant from that, and it jumps to like 9 months later when she's literally on the side of the road in the middle of labor, and he stops with the intention of stealing her car and then realizes what's happening and is like, oh shit. Doesn't realize it's her, like, and she never saw his face, so they like don't really remember each other, and then he delivers her baby / his baby on the side of the road, and then things get crazy. Like, this book has not really slowed down at all since I started reading it, and it's really interesting. It was one of those on a whim sort of books, but it got me like wanting to read, so I was like, well, I'm just gonna read this because this is what's hooking me right now. Anyway, those are all the books that I'm pretty much bringing with me, as well as I don't have the cover, I don't know where it is. My book of the month that I picked is Sign Here by Claudia Lux, which just sounds really fun. It's about some person or creature that is like literally works in hell. So anyway, I'm talking really, really fast because I had a lot of updates to give, and I don't know what kind of charging situation I'm going to have with my battery with this particular camera. And my phone, as we found out previously, only can take so much space when I do videos. So we'll see how this goes. I know when I get to Alabama, to the house in Alabama, I don't know how much talking I'm going to do. I'm gonna have a room to myself, which I think is downstairs, but there's going to be family over, and I don't know what's gonna go on. I know I'm gonna have a couple days like to myself because they have to go to a wedding over in Georgia, which is like right on the border. We'll see. I'll probably update you guys then. I may give little snippets of B-roll, something. I don't know what the situation is gonna be, so I just want to give you guys a heads up. I don't know how this vlog is going to actually turn out. Anyway, it's getting late. It is after It's 7:15 right now. I need to make sure I'm up early enough to do last minute checks, packing, make sure I'm awake for the plumber when they come. Hopefully they come nearer to 8 o'clock so I don't have to rely on friends to come over and stay at the house. Fortunately, if there is a situation, the plumber already has all of my payment information, so barring it's not a really hefty bill or a big situation that needs more than what I can easily give them in my account, everything will be good. I'm hoping. Last time I had this we had this problem, it was a tree root that got stuck in the pipe and he literally just had to auger it out and pull it out. Fingers crossed that's all it is and there's not a bigger problem. Please, I literally just, things are happening now that I'm just like, what? There's just a lot going on. Anyway, I think that's gonna be it for my update. I have to run to the store quickly to get snacks for tomorrow. It's gonna be a long trip. I don't know the stop situation. I know my cousin told me that her husband will not stop except for gas. So if I have to pee, like I need to like tell him I have to pee because he's not gonna stop otherwise. And I'm like, it's a long trip, but okay. So I'm assuming it's gonna be me, no food stops, bring snacks. I'm gonna try to find like sandwiches, something easy to eat that I could throw in a cooler or something like that. Anyway, I'm going to end this update and hopefully this vlog is successful and things get done. And fingers crossed that my plumbing situation is fixed before I leave out of state for 10 days. Anyway, I'll update you guys next time. It'll be a few seconds for you. It could be God knows when for me. So I will see you guys later. Hello everyone, welcome to Alabama. We made it about a little after midnight last night, but there was a time change, so it would have been like 1:30 my normal time. But we did make it down here, and it's like afternoon right now because I slept in a little bit, not long, and then my cousins whose house this is left for the wedding in Atlanta, which is about 2 hours from here, so I am on my own until some point tomorrow. They did leave me their vehicle. We drove a rental down here, and then my cousin had drove down here 2 weeks prior to us coming down, so she did leave me her vehicle so I could go explore the town if I want to. I'm a little bit hesitant. I mean, I want to go out and explore, but also at the same time, like, I don't want to look like clearly look like, you know, the tourist not local that I am, aside from my accent, which would be blatantly obvious. I feel weird like driving someone else's car around an unfamiliar area, but we'll see if I decide to venture out or not. So yes, so I'm gonna give you guys a little bit of a tour of the house. And first of all, let me show you guys this view. I'm standing inside the screened-in porch to the deck, and this is the view of the dock. Objects in a mirror are closer than they appear. And the pontoon boat came with the house. So did most of the furniture. So they have a, here I'll step out, you can see. So like we're in a little cove. So this is actually, up home we have a lake called Lake Wallenpaupack. And it's a man-made lake for electrical power. And this is a similar lake. It was made by the power company for hydroelectric power. So, and it's also really oddly shaped. I'm going to show you guys the actual like layout because my cousin got this when they bought the house. So this is the lake. It's so interesting the shape of it. We drove over this bridge here when we came in because we came up from this direction and we came down over this. I don't know if we could call it a causeway or what, but so we came down over this and then drove down. But the town of Center is here. So this is where I would be exploring because we're over, the cabin is like over on this cove here. This is where we are right now. And then it comes out into the lake. And then yeah, there's Center, which is the town. And then they have Cedar Bluff somewhere. There is a place in a restaurant in Leesburg, my cousin said, to check out if I wanted to. And then Cedar Bluff is where we came through. And then Rome, Georgia was like over here somewhere, which is where I was kind of looking at houses possibly to buy. Anyway, So this is that's the deck. This is the enclosed deck. It's still not completely, like my cousin's been here for a couple weeks, you know, setting up. We are having more family come down after the wedding tomorrow. So it's still kind of a mess, but also partially clean. So this is their, I don't even know what you call this. There's their like dining nook area, some seating. I don't have any lights turned on. Sorry about that if the lighting goes back and forth. I love this little bar window here. I think that's really cool. It looks into the kitchen. Love that. And then they have their living area. The furniture, I think the furniture pretty much came with the house. The guy that they bought it from, but no one was living here for years. And they're like, hey, you know, if you want to keep some of the furniture in the house, like we'll buy it off you so we don't have to bring all new stuff. So they did buy the furniture from them as well, most of it. This is the master bedroom here. This is where my cousins and them sleep. And then their bathroom. Nothing fancy about the bathroom. The wallpaper did come with the house. I mean, they repainted, like this living area used to be like really, really dark. Like this was like a dark, dark, dark brown. I don't know what you would call this. Like a vinyl wood something. I actually have something similar to this at my house, but my walls are so bowed that it looks awful, and it's also been repainted. And look at these ceilings are slanted. If you can see it, you can kind of see it on the cabinets here. The ceiling is like, this house is really, really cool looking. It's not much from the outside. When you drive up to it, like it looks like a double wide, and then you walk in and you're like, wow. Because the front door's on the side of the building, like not facing the road. It's kind of a weird layout, but it's gorgeous. Kitchen, well, this is like a whatever cabinet nook, kitchen island. These stools came with the house. They look like old bar stools. Kitchen. And then you can see the other side of the little bar window out onto the lake. Let's see. This is the front door here, and you're looking out, you know, next door. Go outside. But they do have, you know, handicap accessible ramp. The porch goes all the way around to the deck over there, which I'm not gonna walk over that way. Here is the other spare bedroom. They have a big, this closet is like a huge utility closet. No, it wasn't this one. My bad. Sorry. This is just the closet. The one downstairs is a huge utility closet. So there are 4 bedrooms in here. Bathroom. The toilet is not currently hooked up. And then where I'm staying is down these steps here, and these steps are the stairway's so wide. Like, I'm like, I'm not used to such wide staircases. All right, so this is the room I'm staying in. It's a little twin bedroom. There's no windows, but I love she did this while she was up here, painted, and then put the little vinyl birch trees up here. So this is all my crap. This is a Jack and Jill bathroom where I took my shower this morning and found my first roach, which apparently is a common thing down here in the south, unlike up in the northeast. Here is the other, where's the light? The other spare bedroom. We're gonna have family staying here tomorrow night, just for the night, so I only have to share the bathroom at least for one night. Here is the huge utility closet with the washer and dryer in it, and all the things, the water heater and all that fun stuff. I love this vanity, by the way. I don't know if that came with the house or if it was brought down, but I love it. Okay, so that's that bathroom. And then this is the part that's not done yet. This is gonna be my cousin's, her husband's, like his area, his man cave rec room area. I'm pretty sure the pool table, everything, this all came with it. Pool table, foosball table. So this is gonna get set up, and then This is his like lounge. Again, this was all this dark wood. This whole room was that dark wood, like in the pictures that I've seen. So it looks really, it brightened it up, I think, a lot, and it looks really nice. I am obsessed with the bookshelves here. I love that. I do. And then we have the door here. Let me see these. You gotta pull it. Ugh. There we go. This comes out onto the lower patio, and then you have the steps that go up top there. All their fishing gear. There's a little hemp swing thing, and yeah, I'm not gonna wander out too far because I think the neighbors are out, and as I know we're in the South and there's all that, you know, Southern hospitality and friendliness, but I'm a Northeast girl and I'm an introvert and I don't want to be, you know, hanging out with people by myself that I don't know. So yeah, so that's the house. Ugh. It's cute, right? It's a nice, they're gonna turn it into a VRBO at some point, I think next, in the spring or in the summer next year, once everything's set up and done. They just wanted to have, you know, the time to do that and then have all family come down and get to see it and, you know, stay and have a nice little vacation. All right, so we're gonna go back upstairs because I am going to make myself lunch, and then I think I'm gonna, I don't know, I may go out and read, sit out on the patio and read some. I did bring, I brought a ton of books like I mentioned before, but the one I brought upstairs with me is the Etna, A Murder Out of Time, which is a nonfiction story from a local author that I mentioned is doing a signing on November 12th. So I do have to finish reading this. I only got like a third or a quarter of the way through it, so I still have quite a bit of this to get through. So I want to do some reading of that. And I also brought my laptop up to, they do have Wi-Fi. The service, the cell service up here sucks. But they do have Wi-Fi. So I'm probably gonna end up getting some writing done today, tonight, today, tomorrow, whatever I can, because I'm probably not gonna be able to do any more of it throughout the week. Maybe, I'm not sure what plans we have. I know they have family coming up tomorrow and then family coming up, I don't know if it's tomorrow and also Monday. I think they leave on Thursday. So, and we're here until Saturday or Sunday, I think we leave. So pretty much gonna be a busy week hanging with family that I have either never met or haven't seen since I was like little. So my arm's getting tired. I should have brought my thing, but I didn't because I'm not a vlogger. So, well, I am, but not lately. I haven't been. Anyway, I just want to give you guys a little bit of an update. I know this, if I continue with this, it's probably gonna be a super long vlog because I'm already giving you 10 minutes plus of content, both check-ins. Anyway, all right, I'm gonna go, and if I have anything significant to share or if I venture out into town, maybe I'll show some dash cam footage of that, depending on how, I don't know what her vehicle's equipped with, so we'll see. Anyway, I'll check in with you guys at a later time. Bye. Okay, update, because I decided to be brave and venture out. I was a little bit nervous. I still am, because this is obviously unfamiliar territory to me, unfamiliar town, an unfamiliar vehicle. I said my cousins left me their Jeep when they left for the wedding, and they took the rental car with them. So I have the Jeep, and it's a little bit of a bigger vehicle than I'm used to. It's also a whole different, it's a Jeep. I drive a Hyundai, and the whole console is different. It's a push start. I'm just like, oh God. So I'm trying to like be super careful about driving it. Again, because I'm a little bit nervous about being not in familiar territory and in a vehicle that's not mine. But anyway, I ventured out. I was on Google Maps and I tried to see what was around in town. Now, Center is a very small town. I don't know, very small, but it's a small town compared to where I'm from. And pretty much everything is on their main drag, on their main street. It's just like, everything. You just got to go up and down the main street, and you'll pretty much run into everything that you could possibly want. So I found a coffee shop. It's called Damned Good Coffee. It's D-A-M-M-E-D, like a dam. And so I ventured out, and I was like, I could use some coffee. It's always fun to venture out and find coffee shops. It's one of my favorite things to do in new places. And I ordered it's a pumpkin, or a white pumpkin mocha or something like that. And it's actually really, really good. Yes, it is yummy. I was gonna venture out to the this country store next. But I think I've had enough adventures for today trying to find places. So I think I'm gonna actually head back now and hope I can get there in one piece. I had to make a turn. I was in the wrong lane. I was in the turning lane and I was supposed to be in the straightaway. So I had to turn, and I turned it into a CVS. And then when I turned out, there was like an actual like turning curve. And so you didn't have to go to the light and make the left hand or the right hand turn. There was like a turn before that and I missed it and I had to turn, make this super sharp turn at the light. And I was like, oh my God, I look like such a tourist. Like I hate that, even though I am obviously a tourist, but I hate looking like one and looking like an idiot. But this town, like it's such a small town compared to where I'm from, that like their main street, it's Saturday afternoon. It is 2:30 on a Saturday afternoon and it is not even remotely busy at all. I went to the coffee shop and there was one other person in front of me in line. When I left, there was 2 people, but like it still wasn't as busy as say someplace at home would be. And I'm just like, and the girl behind the counter was all like, yes ma'am, yes ma'am. And I'm just like, it's so cute. They're so polite down here as far as I know. I've only interacted with her so far, but she was really cute. Anyway, I'm going to find my way back now to the house. I've had enough adventure for this for the day. Enjoy my coffee. I considered going down to the Walmart or the Ingles, which is like their grocery store down here, and getting like snacks or something, but I'm like, nah, I'll be fine. I don't need to. There's no reason I have to snack. I have stuff left over from the trip yesterday, so I'm just gonna try to find my way back. Thank God for GPS. If this was in the time before GPS, I would probably not have left the house to begin with, but that's a whole, anyway. That's it. That was just my small little adventure. I will talk to you guys later, I guess. I was gonna like video some of this. Thank God I didn't, so you didn't have to see me look like an idiot. But she doesn't have a dash mount thing like I do, so unfortunately you probably won't see any of the town, and I don't want to look like an idiot and video. I don't know. I feel weird vlogging. I feel weird vlogging in public to begin with, but it feels even weirder to be someplace that's not familiar in my, you know what I mean, my familiar territory area. Anyway, I'll update you guys at a later time. So this stretch of road we're driving over right now is actually when I showed the map at the beginning of this video, and I didn't know what to call that piece of road that split the lake in half, like a causeway or whatever. This is actually that stretch of road that splits the lake into two parts, and then we're actually heading up into Cedar Bluff, which I also pointed out in the beginning of this video. Now this is beautiful Rome, Georgia, just about 20 minutes away from where we were in Alabama. And this is on top of the Myrtle Hill Cemetery. As you can see, it is gorgeous. It looks a lot like the Northeast, and it's beautiful fall foliage, beautiful town, beautiful views. Hey everyone, it's Tuesday. I just wanted to give you guys a little bit of a update. We did go venture over into Rome, Georgia today, which is a little bit of a bigger, it's not like city live in, but like compared to here, it's like a bigger, smaller town, I guess. They had a really like more built up chain, like all the chain stores and chain restaurants and everything big is on one side of like, I think it's a river or something. But there's a Barnes & Noble there, which I wanted to check out. So I got a few things from Barnes & Noble. I got The Devil of Downtown by Joanna Shupe, which I think is the second book of the Uptown Girl series. I think I mentioned in a previous video that I got the first and third book at the Barnes & Noble by me. And they had the second book, so I picked that one up. And then I picked up Darcy Coates' new book, Gallows Hill. I have to read more of her. I'm still in the middle of reading The Ravenous Dead, so I need to get that done. And then, this is the first time I've done this. I don't know if our Barnes & Noble has it, but theirs does. And I did a blind date with the book. And the little blurb on the front says, an international gang of thieves team up to steal an entire castle full of treasure. Chaos ensues. So I saved this until I got back so I could open it with you guys. So I'm kind of excited to see. It sounded really fun. I've never done blind date with a book before. I've always wanted to, but I'm always nervous about getting books that I'm like, I don't care about reading this, or books that I already have. So I'm just curious to know what this one's going to be, and I can't get it open. Hold on. I'm doing this quickly because everyone's getting ready to eat dinner, so I came down here to put my book stash over there. I figured I'd update you while I'm doing that. Let's see if I can get it out. It's not a very long book. There we go. Oh. Donald E. Westlake, Castle in the Air. The most devious thieves race to steal a king's ransom. This looks like a super old book. Dirty Dozen, The French Connection. When four groups of international heist artists team up to pull off the theft of the century, stealing an entire castle and the treasure hidden in its walls, what could possibly go wrong? Well, consider this. None of the master thieves speak each other's languages, and no one knows precisely where the loot is stashed, and every one of them wants to steal it all for him or herself. It's MWA Grandmaster Donald E. Westlake at his wildest, a breathless slapstick chase through the streets of Paris, only one step ahead of the law and each other. This sounds actually really fun. What year was this published? Because it looks like it's old. 1980. This book is from 1980. and was republished in 2021. Okay, and real quick, then we went onto the other side of town, which has this really nice, like, it looks more like a small town main street. And there was a used bookstore across from where we had lunch. So I picked up a brief history of Rome, Georgia. I think there's might be some footage, I don't know if it was before or after this clip, of our venture into Rome, and there was this gorgeous old cemetery called, I think it's called Myrtle Hill Cemetery, and I was really interested about checking that out. Woodrow Wilson's wife is buried there. There are Tomb of the Known Soldiers buried there. I'm sure you're all aware of Tomb of the Unknown Soldier at Arlington National Cemetery. Well, they decided that when they chose the unknown soldier, they were going to have a known soldier accompany him at Arlington National Cemetery, and they blindfolded a soldier, told him to pick just run his hand down or finger down a list of known deaths, and then whatever name he landed on was who was going to be accompanying the unknown soldier to Arlington. And it was the young man that was chosen was from Rome, Georgia, but his mother didn't want him buried in Washington. She wanted him buried here at home. So there's a big monument to him. We didn't stop. I'm hoping, like I said, it's Tuesday. I'm hoping that we do maybe venture back out that way. I don't know if we will, but again, it's Tuesday. We're not leaving until Saturday, so there's still a couple extra days left of things to do. So yeah, so there's that one. And then we're currently on Weiss Lake in Alabama. Now, Georgia is literally like 15-20 minutes away, which is interesting when you're crossing time zones. Georgia's Eastern time zone, Alabama is Central time zone, so you're just flip-flopping hours all the time if you go back and forth. But that was a total beside the point rant. We're in Weiss Lake, Alabama. There was also at that used bookstore a history of Weiss Lake that my cousin picked up for the house, so we were checking that out. Anyway, I'm gonna go because everyone's getting ready for dinner upstairs, and I just want to give you guys an update. I did read more of Etna. That's upstairs. I think I'm at like a page 115, between 115 and 120, something like that. And I'm really enjoying that so far. So yeah, I just want to give you guys a little bit of an update, and I guess I'll give you another one when I have something else to share. So I'll talk to you guys later. All right, so it looks like that's the end of my Alabama footage. I don't think I managed to, obviously I didn't because I would have shared it, record anything after that day we went to Rome. We did go back one other time. We went to lunch there a couple times. We found a really good sushi place. All in all, it's a really beautiful, beautiful town. This was a town that I was looking to actually move to. And I'm hoping maybe one day I can, preferably within the next couple years or so, just because living up in the Northeast after being down in the South, I'm over the winter, I'm over the cold, I'm over the insane taxes and traffic. It's such a beautiful area. They don't get super cold winters. I think the neighbors that we met said they get maybe a couple weeks where it gets down pretty cold. It may snow down there, but it's a rare time. They say their snow season is when the cotton is in bloom. And so yeah, so that's it. I'm gonna leave you with this photo of the sunrise the morning that we left to go back home for another lovely 12-13 hour journey. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and let me know down in the comments if you've ever traveled somewhere new out of state, where you've gone, where you would like to travel to. And that's it. I guess I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.